Hi everyone, welcome to my series on how to crack a project management exam PMP or PRINCE2 in first attempt. Today we will be discussing the importance of exposure to different projects as a key factor for cracking this exam in first attempt, and we'll see in detail what it is all about. Now, if you see the bare minimum requirement which is there for getting qualified for a PMP certification is a 4 years degree and 36 months of experience of leading a project in a senior position, might be a senior consultant or a project lead or a project manager, and so on is required. What happens when you have just barely met the requirement of 36 months of exposure to projects as a project lead or a project manager is that you are not exposed to different types of projects, different clauses or conditions or environments in which the project can be executed, different challenges which you come across in a project, and so on. Typically, if you see 36 months means 3 years. Now, if you divide these 3 years, most probably you will be working on maximum three projects or might be two projects, because usually a project duration will go on for from 6 months to 1 year or so. So, 2 to 3 projects exposure is good to call yourself as a project manager, but whereas the project management exam such as PMP or PRINCE2 is considered, it is more in depth. It tests your knowledge for various projects life cycles and various project scenarios. So this is where the gap comes in between for the class 1 candidates, who are those candidates who have just met the project management exam requirement and have qualified for attempting the PMP exam. Now, what happens is in this when you are preparing for PMP, the project management, the PMBOK refers to multiple documents such as project charter, project plan, then MSA Master Service Agreement, SOW contracts, etc., etc. There are multiple documents which are there, and if you have just started working as a project lead, it might happen that you are not involved in dealing with all these documents. Forget only just getting exposed to one or two projects. Might be you have never seen these documents. What you would have seen is just the technical objects, or requirements tracker, or the functional specification or technical specification, or some test case documents, or SIT integration document, or or just a project plan. And when you attend 35 hours of the project management training, and you start solving these questions, situational based questions which are referring to these documents and all, you have never seen those documents in actual. And this is where the problem comes, because what you have never seen, what you have never experienced, you are expected in the PMP PRINCE2 questions to solve situational based questions, wherein a particular situation will be given, wherein a project manager has to take a particular decision or action. In that case, how will you be able to guess what is the correct answer? Because you don't have exposure to these scenarios and documents and other things. And bear in mind, the exam expects ideal scenarios. So this is the gap which most of the people are exposed to or experiencing when they are trying to solve these PMP questions. Now, let us see how you can get exposure to other projects or these documents or this vocabulary or these situations. First of all, the first and foremost option which I have not mentioned over here in this slide is the inorganic way. is to solve as many questions, get access to as many question terms with the ideal answer and explanation to it. Try to visualize it what they are saying, and try to just mug up whatever is possible, and then try to attempt the exam. There is one more way of organically achieving the same experience, not by becoming too old, but by getting yourself involved in multiple organizational activities which happen in the organization. Like there will be various organization initiatives wherein the org restructure is happening, or some activities happening at the account level or a practice level, etc. Get involved in these initiatives, because this is the way you can get exposed to different projects. You might get access to different these project documents, and you will be able to go through it. Similarly, there are various continuous improvement activities which are keep on happening at account level, org level, or project level. Try to get involved in that, because when you are involved in such kind of continuous improvement activities, you will get exposure to actual project problems, and these continuous improvement activities, they propose the ideal solution to the project, and that is how you can get exposed to those various scenarios organically. Let's say you are in the month of January, and you are time to give this exam somewhere in the month of September, or before you decide to give the exam, try to get involved in these activities, so that you become get closer to the real life project scenarios other than your existing projects, and try to get exposure to these situational based questions. One more option is project management office. There is a PMO office who does all the reporting at your project level. If the project is at large scale, or at account level, or might be BU level, try to get involved in those activities, because there you will get access to various with resourcing data and various accounting information, etc. And you will understand how things are considered at multiple projects in the account and other things. There are various departments such as quality assurance department. I myself worked in quality assurance department for 2 to 3 years, and at the same time I got exposure to multiple BUs and projects, and other initiatives which kept on happening. And you get involved in multiple activities which lead to either productivity improvement, or some other organizational initiatives, etc. There are various internal audit teams, and these teams are always in lookout for people from the delivery or project side to participate in such audits. The primary reason is because they want someone from delivery side also to give inputs to such initiatives. How you will benefit from it is, these audit teams, they have a checklist or an audit checklist which they come up. It might be 50 points, 60 points, or might be 100 points, which they have identified, which a particular type of project should adhere to, so that there are less issues or problems in the project. So what you can do is, you can get involved in such kind of audits. It's a one-time activity, but it will and if, let's say, if you're working in for my I'll give you my example. I worked in ERP projects. So what I did was, I tried to audit projects from other domains, let's say infrastructure domain, or might be banking domain, or testing domain, so that you get exposure to such kind of projects. You go through those various project management plans, the contracts, SOW, and other things, and then you pass this audit list to understand what is the gap of what is the ideal scenario and what is actually happening in the project. and how it is mapped, and then you can question the project manager why these things are not done, or you yourself can put yourself in shoes of that project manager and try to understand why, these questions are there in the audit, and try to map them to the PMP exam questions, because that is what is something which is very important. These are the situational questions which will also be asked in your PMP exam. So try to get involved in either internal audits or external audits. Might be a year before you plan to give your PMP, or might be when you are preparing for the PMP. You try to get involved in such kind of activities which will give you exposure to various situations which happen in project, and how you can improve these situations as a project manager, and what should be the ideal thing which you should do as a project manager. And this will help you in solving these situational based questions, and give you more exposure to those things, rather than just keeping on increasing your, from now I have 36 months of experience, after 6 months it will be 36 plus 6, which might be 42 months of experience. And so if you go in a straight ladder of words, you will get exposure to only one kind of projects. But whereas if you try to get involved in these kind of activities, you will get a horizontal view as well, from the top, because you will be the person who wants to improve these projects, or units or other things. And indirectly it will help you solve your PMP situational based questions quickly, rather than just mugging it up every day, and it will shorten your time of getting ready for the PMP exam. So that's my take on it. How you go ahead and do it is in your hands, and all the best for it. And thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed these sessions. Thank you once again, and keep on watching my videos. Bye.